Hi, I'm John Cesario. I'm from GoDaddy. We are the largest hosting, DNS, and SSL provider in the entire world. 30% of the websites on the internet touch our services in some way, so the next time you're browsing, keep in mind 1 in 3 clicks is touching something we do. And all of that is backed by MySQL. I've been with the company for about 6 years. I'm on the data services team. And throughout my time at GoDaddy, we've spent a lot of time working on investing in our people and developing their skills and training new people and helping broaden the skill sets of more mature people. And so some of the things we've found that work, do you want me to? Cool. Cool. So, and the question is, why invest in training to begin with? It's really expensive, as Dave had shown, up to $10,000 per person. And the opportunity cost is real. When you have senior engineers or even junior engineers out for an entire week, you are losing ground at that point. I mean, especially in the web sector where things move so fast. And hiring is hard. That is definitely the case. Everybody here is hiring, and there's no doubt that throughout all the conferences, everybody has seen that it's very, very difficult to find good people for MySQL, and that's in Silicon Valley. And GoDaddy, for example, originally was in Phoenix, and we've had a much smaller talent pool to draw off of, and definitely not as senior of a talent pool to draw off of. So training was incredibly important for us to develop the MySQL skill set going forward. And there was 2 aspects to that. You know, whenever you onboard someone, you have both the technical skill set and then the business skill set. So first you have to make sure that they have the technical skill set and then apply it to your specific processes and products. And finding technical skill set is hard. Training helps level that out. And that allows you to just focus on training up the business skill set and how to apply that specifically to your company. And this allows you to increase your pool of potential candidates. And that's always a good thing. And retention is hard. That's the other half of that, is that you're always going to be hiring because people are always going to be moving out and on to greener pastures, bigger challenges, whatever the reason is. So you have to have this constant onboarding, training, maturing, and then redoing the process constantly. And training helps you do that. That's just the best part about it, is you can take people with lower skill sets, put them through a 2-week training course as opposed to 6 months of mentoring from a senior, and know for a fact that they can come out and adapt to your business needs and apply those skill sets right from out of, say, for example, InnoDB Day or how to design indexes day from Percona, and come right out and start helping applications improve. And that's a huge deal. The other problem with onboarding people is that you have to assign people to help them out and babysit them. A lot of times, maybe perhaps babysit is the wrong word, but you need to coach junior members, and that usually takes senior members to do that. And taking the time of senior members to work on skill sets which are generally introductory skill sets to train people up is really, really a burden. It's a lot of waste of bandwidth of your senior people, especially because you can do something like send them to a week or 2 of training and have them come back and immediately start learning business process instead, business rules, business logic, change rules, and that's what we've done. And this also, again, allows us to focus more on culture and social fittings within a team, as opposed to finding someone who has both the attitude and the skill set, which is near impossible to find in this day and age, like in bulk, especially as you grow as a company. You're not hiring one guy to manage your database. You're hiring 10, 20 people that are part of a huge data services team. And training is also fantastic to advertise when recruiting. A lot of IT people really do appreciate the fact that they're going to be invested in over time, and that you're not afraid to say, yes, we do want you to broaden and deepen your skill set. We want you to be better. We want you to be hungry to learn new skills and to learn more about your chosen profession, and come back and apply that, and we respect that. But training can't be a one-time thing either. So I talked a lot about onboarding people. You have 1 or 2 weeks of training. That's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of training that can happen over and over throughout a person's career on a lot of different subjects. And so you have to work with people. Someone who starts as almost all the DBAs I know of started not as a DBA. Nobody jumps into being a DBA. Every single DBA I've ever met was, most of them were sysadmins, and then the other chunk were developers. That means, and it's pretty obvious, that people change career paths and skill sets constantly through IT. It's new technology comes out, people get interested in different things. So you need to be able to provide a well-rounded training curriculum. And the second half of that we found that is really successful is making sure your training is relevant with current projects. When you do that, you make sure that someone's working on a project that's relevant to the training they just had. It both cements their knowledge, and it helps keep them interested in it, and it can help you do stuff like going to a training for a new technology. Say there's a lot of new NoSQL and NoSQL technologies coming out. You can go ahead and send them training for one of those, come back and really have a better understanding of the limitations and the benefits of those technologies. And that can help you avoid a lot of costly mistakes. People here have already talked about they didn't really understand some of the implications of some of the choices they made early on, and it bit them later on. You send them to training beforehand, and you don't have to spend time re-architecting your entire environment when it's no longer 10 nodes, but it's 10,000. And that's not fun to clean up basic mistakes that could have just been resolved by a week of training. I mean, what's $10,000 versus taking 10,000 servers and refreshing them over time? Just in manpower costs alone, you're going to eat through that. So really important to cement training with current projects and give people an opportunity when they come back to do things. One of the things we love to do is after we send people to Percona training, we go ahead and have them come back and we have them do small presentations to cross teams, to actually cross chains. So one of the best training we've ever done was Bill Carwin's indexes training, and we had people come back and actually teach all of our developers how to implement both the 3-star measurement system as well as a lot of the general rules of indexing, such as covered indexes. Majority of our developers had their minds blown when they heard about covered indexes. This was totally just, they had no idea that this was even something that MySQL was good at, much less something that's key to developing on MySQL. So sharing the knowledge, and just one person going to training can help improve your entire organization and your entire product, or products for that matter. And so what training? We do a lot of it. We do all kinds of training. DBAs and sysadmins are full stack engineers, and that's just the way things work nowadays. It's becoming a blur of what people do nowadays. Back-end engineers becoming popular, full stack engineers becoming popular. You're going to see majority of engineers, I think in the next 5 years, be required to be proficient programmers, Linux, networking, and data services people. And we try to offer that to everyone inside our IT department. This is really key for resolving incidents and complex problems, because database admins who understand a little bit of networking and a little bit of Linux, or a lot of Linux, can really reach out to other teams and work with them to resolve problems rather than kicking a ticket over the fence and asking and waiting for it to come back. And not only that, they can make sure that everybody has the knowledge they need to resolve these issues. Training helps. And what else do? We do custom training. We do internal certification boot camps with major vendors. We do training, company-specific training, and we cross-train teams. Much like I said, we'll send someone to Percona training and then have them come back and give presentations to other teams to help spread the knowledge. One of the other training things we do is mentoring. Every junior coming into our company gets assigned to a senior, and we'll work with them not in a way that it's troublesome for the senior, but it actually expands their bandwidth. They do things like diagram out environments for them, and things that may necessarily be an inefficient use of senior members' time, but for someone who already has the skill set because they went to training and they need to learn the business, this helps them grow really, really fast. And it actually helps improve the amount of work that our seniors can do instead of costing them time. So at the end of it, training is a cost like people are a cost. Inappropriate use of it won't get you what you want, but appropriate use of it has an ROI that's just indescribable. You can't even miss the type of benefits that come from truly understanding your products and your technology, especially when you're building your business on it. And never mistake, people on the web and people just modern companies nowadays have no choice but to be proficient in technology, because when they're not, their product will fail because of it. So what is 10,000 here for the future of your company? That's really not that bad. And if anybody's interested, we're hiring. Come talk to me, just like everyone else here. It's a lot of fun. We have a great team. Come check us out. Thank you.